What's going on, good people? My name is Dominican Drew, Hot 97 New York City producer. The grind don't stop, and this is my story. I never knew what I was gonna do with music, but I just knew I had to get in the music business because I love it and that's my life. And next thing you know, I go out for an internship for Kiss FM morning show, the Wake Up Club, 98.7, which they're no longer Kiss FM anymore, they were brought out. And when I walked into the building and they gave me the internship, and then I looked to my right and I saw Hot 97 was about 10 feet to the right, I said to myself, yeah, this is the place I need to be at. I'm gonna do anything and everything I can to stay in this building, and I'm gonna work my way around it. And that was 6 years ago. 6 years later, I'm here. After my internship was over, they didn't have any positions available. PR took me in. PR said, listen, we don't have any positions available for you right now, but everybody keeps on talking so highly of you, of your work ethic, the way you work. So the only thing I could give you is 2 days in the mailroom, getting paid like $7.50 or $8 an hour. Only 2 days, like 6 hours for those 2 days. And I had a master's degree. So she told me, I know you have a master's degree and I know you don't want this job, but that's all I have. I looked at her dead in the face and I said, I'll take it. I just want to be in this building. So I worked in the mailroom, best job I've ever had. Because in the mailroom, I got to know everybody from every department. On air, sales, digital, promotions, programming. I was delivering mail to everybody. Everybody got to know me as the kid that came to deliver mail. I always had a smile on my face, always said hello, said goodbye. So by me doing that, it got to put me in a position where I can possibly in the future get hired in any of these departments just because I'm in the mailroom. After the mailroom, I got moved to street team for Kiss FM, did my thing there, and then next thing I know, I got a job doing Matt Pinfield RXP morning show, the Wake Up Club. I was doing their morning show, and then I started doing the Cypher Sounds and Rosenberg show. I'm here now doing all the production work for the morning show, editing their interviews, getting their drops, producing imaging, show images, bits, like you might hear a couple of comedic bits on the air. I do some of them. We talk about show topics, what's the show gonna be about the next day, all that stuff. So that's what a morning show producer does. I use, the programs I use is obviously Pro Tools, where I clean most of the songs you hear for the morning show. I clean a lot of songs for Carmelo too when he plays them the new air too. Somebody cleans those songs. I'm that guy that's in the background cleaning them. Also do Miss Info's news updates. When she sends them over, record, she keeps you up to date on what's going on in hip hop and in the world. I do all that for her. What else do? I do everything here. I help produce the hit list that's on the weekends, helping choose songs for it. I do Street Soldiers with Lisa Evers. I help her coordinate the show, help her get guests in, get the ball rolling. What's the show gonna be about this week? What's the show gonna be about next week? Who should we get in here? Manning the Twitter feed, the phone calls, making sure everything runs smoothly for the show, helping her on what to talk about. You don't really gotta help Lisa Evers though, because Lisa Evers is a professional like that. She does Fox 5 News and she knows what she's talking about and all that. But I'm just there to help supervise the room, make sure we go into commercials at the right time, situations like that. Producer imaging also when we promote the show. It's called tease or promo. I do that. One of the shows that I really like producing though, like I really like, it's Peter Rosenberg's Real Late. I do his Real Late at night where he does the mixes. I help produce the drops, from all these artists that come in. I produce his interviews, I edit the interviews, I add elements to them. And I learned a lot with Peter Rosenberg in the show, because it's a real dope show. It's an underground show. It's a lot of these young cats coming up, and and people you love also, because there's also a throwback segment in there. So sometimes I get to shoot him over a couple of songs. He gets to play them, which is dope. Just to know that you had input in something that's actually being played on the air. I do a lot here, man. Just working all day, every day, grinding. The grind don't stop. Just when I leave here, the day doesn't stop. After I leave work here, I go in other meetings, go to other events, concerts, to network. Networking is one of the most important things you could do in this industry. You never know who you're gonna run into. You never know what information that person can give you to help you in your future success. And that's what it's about, man. This business is not what you know, it's really who you know. And that will help you progress yourself with everything that's going on in your life, especially if you want to do great for yourself. Surround yourself around positive people, people that are doing big things, big things, so you can fall into that category. Don't surround yourself around negative people. Negative people just tend to bring your mood down, and they bring down your aspect of how you look at things. You start thinking too much. Nah, positive people, positive people, positive people. That's what I do. I want to work with a lot of people. I want to work with the likes of different artists from different genres, obviously. But somebody that really stands out to me that I would love to do something with is Snoop Dogg. Like, Snoop Dogg is, as everybody knows that knows me closely, one of my favorites of all time. I just respect the guy and where he's come from, the business aspect of just the way he thinks and makes music. Like, his music is great, it's awesome, and he's a cool dude. Like, Snoop Dogg is definitely my main person that I want to work with. People that have inspired me throughout all these years, I'll tell you right now, has been Puff Daddy and Russell Simmons. Those two guys, to me, are great entrepreneurs, great moguls, and that's what I want to be. That's where I want to take my life, my career, my success in the future. I want to be like a Russell Simmons or a Diddy. He's a businessman. He's done so much, whether from having his own liquor, clothing line, managing rappers, record label, a truckload. Y'all know Diddy. Diddy's done everything, and that's what I like to do, because I work everywhere and I almost do everything. So I'm trying to brand myself as that, as the next, Diddy, as the next Russell. Then growing up, who else became people that inspired me? 50 Cent and Jay-Z, just to see how far they came along from coming from the hood to being businessmen. I'm a businessman. I like business. That's what I went to school for. That's why I got my master's in business management. So stuff like that, just to see how Jay-Z went from rapping to having a record label, to having artists, to having S. Sneakers, to having the 4040 Club, to doing now the Barclays Center, and then now being a sports agent. Like, that's insane. That's unheard of. Somebody to come along from almost having nothing to having almost everything. And people like that are people that I look up to, and people that I want to be like. I still want to be myself and be who I am. But those are the type of people that inspire me, and I'm looking to go to that level even further. Other than that, I work with anybody, really. Cut the check, I'm in there, trying to be successful the best way I can without burning bridges, because burning bridges is the number one thing you do not want to do in this business. Do not burn bridges. Stay humble, do you, and that's all I can say, man. I gotta go back to work, man. I'm still here. Why am I working? We never take days off, that's why.
I was singing since I was a kid, from church to school. I grew up listening to mostly church music. I was raised in the church, so that's what I heard.